YouTube can be hard, and it's actually much harder than what I initially thought. So, what did I do to deal with that? I just created a second channel.
Say what?
Hello, I'm your host Casino. I'm a digital alchemist, and this video is going to be different than what you're used to on this channel. But before you click away and before I actually develop the topic of this video, you'll find the link in the description below to the new channel and to the first video of this channel. So I don't want to spoil too much, because if I tell you about what the channel is really about what the video is about, I'm going to spoil it all. So I don't want to do that. What I can tell you though is that if you want to see a different side of me, and if you want to laugh and learn a few stuff in the process, then you may enjoy this new channel. Now, as I said, YouTube can be tough. And ever since I started this channel, I noticed a few issues. The first one is the posting schedule. I would like to post each and every day, but the reality is that I'm not doing this full time. I still have to make money to pay the bills, just like you have to pay the bills. So sometimes I want to post, I want to create a video, but then I have a contract and I really need to work with a deadline. So on one hand, I want to create the video. On the other hand, I need to make money because I need to pay the bills. As I mentioned before, this channel is a niche because we're talking about creating websites. Then I niche down even further because I'm talking about WordPress. And then I niche down even further because, at least at the time of recording this video, a lot of my content is about Elementor, even though I also work with other page builders and other tools. But the page builder I use the most is Elementor. So I created a lot of videos around Elementor. So it's really niching, and niching down. Now, when you create a channel about WordPress and about Elementor, most of the content is going to be around tutorials, because when I started the channel, there was some type of content that I really wanted to push. But this content at that time, I mean, the channel was really tiny. I was just starting out, and the content that had the most value for me didn't really interest people. But when I released a tutorial, I noticed that I had a lot more views, I had a lot more subscribers, and I would touch about that a little bit later in the video. But because I need to create tutorials, the form factor of the tutorials make it that each and every video take me between 7 and 11 hours to produce, and some videos a lot more than that. So for example, for the course about how to create a one-page website, it took me about a week, not a full week from morning to evening, but it took me about a week of work to release that video. So what happens is that sometimes I want to release a video, but I know that if I don't release a tutorial, nobody's going to watch it. And if nobody watches it, what's the point of making the video? That's a side effect of the YouTube algorithm that we're going to talk about a little bit later. But basically, I enjoy creating tutorials, so that's no problem for me. I like doing that. But the thing is, the tutorials take a long time to produce. So that can be tough sometimes, because I want to create a video, but I know I have a crazy week. So, I'm thinking, yeah, I want to have the 7 to 11 hours to produce the video, so I'll publish next week. And sometimes this happens like 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks in a row, and that's why I haven't been consistent. And I really want to work on that, on the consistency. And that's why I'm trying to think about new type of shows that I can add to this channel that would take me less time to produce. I still want to create tutorials, but I also want to create some other type of content so that I can publish more. Because if I just focus on tutorials, since I'm not full-time, it's going to be tough. Maybe the day I reach full-time, then that's going to be a different story. But for the time being, I need to be creative with the things I want to do on this channel. Now, the second issue, and I briefly talked about it a few moments ago, is the YouTube algorithm. The YouTube algorithm is ruthless. I mean, when you start, nobody knows you. YouTube is not going to show you to anyone. And sometimes in the comments, I see people say, yeah, you're just creating that video because you want views. Well, of course I want views, who wouldn't want to have views? Let's be honest for a moment. If you start creating YouTube videos, would you enjoy that nobody watches your videos? I don't think so. So it's not about the ego, it's just about the fact that if I'm gonna spend 7 to 11 hours to produce a video, of course, I would like to have views because I wanna grow the channel, I wanna help people, and of course I wanna make a living, and I have no problem with that, you know? But I wanna do something that matters, something that I enjoy. And I truly enjoy web design. I mean, this has been a passion for a lot of years. That being said, because of the way the algorithm works, the way I create a video is completely different than when I started this channel. When I started this channel, I used to think, okay, I want to talk about that, you know, that part of web design. So that's what I'm going to talk about. I want to talk about freelancing. I want to, you know, I really wanted to share because I was so happy that I managed to quit my job and start freelancing, and I want to share that. But as I said, those videos, when I noticed that nobody was really watching it, you know, I quickly understood that it was not because the video content wasn't good, but it was just because I was so small that YouTube wouldn't show me to anyone. When I started creating tutorial, I saw that it was completely different, and that's why now the way I create videos is first I'm gonna look for topics that I have a chance to rank for. Otherwise, there's no point. So that's the first step. I look for different type of topics, and then I see, okay, this one I can rank for, but do I really want to talk about that? So the second step is, okay, between all the topics that I found, I try to find something that, you know, I really want to make a video about. And then I match the first two steps, okay? Then when I've created when I've selected the topic, if it's a tutorial, first I'm gonna have to create a demo website and then try to think about the idea of the tutorial. So for example, if it's the navigation tutorial, I'll try to look for a modern or different navigation, but then I need to create it, and that can take some time. So even if I try to go really fast, but you know, you can't go faster than the time it takes to actually create something of quality. So I'll create that. And once I've created that, I need to reproduce it to make sure I write down all the steps, okay? And then once I've done that, I do it a third time just to make sure I didn't forget anything. So I've already worked on that demo 3 times. Then I need to record me actually going through each and every step, okay? And once I've finished everything, this is like not finished at all. It's not just the beginning, but I still have a lot of work to do because I need to edit, and edit is gonna take me anytime between 1 and 4 hours to edit most of the videos. And then once I've done that, I also need to write the blog post. I need to, yeah, I forgot to mention that usually before I create the tutorial, I also write a script so that it can help me. And then once I've done the video, I'm going to convert that into a blog post. Then I'm going to do all my links. I'm going to track all my links. And then I need to make all the visuals for the different social medias and all the copy for the different social medias. Then I'm going to post everything on those various social medias. So that takes a lot of time. So what happened was, even though I love what I'm doing and I love this channel and I really want to grow this channel, you know, this is my plan. I want to grow this channel. But I noticed that at the beginning, you know, when I was recording a video, it was, yeah, I'm going to record a video. And then the more I started to know how it works, the more I was creating the videos that I had to create if I want to grow. But I don't always have the fun of doing it. You know, my chance is that I have a passion for web design. I have a passion for what I do, so that's great. You know, most of the stuff that I do, I'm happy about it anyways. But in the process, I feel like I don't really have a choice if I want to grow this channel. And if you followed any of my videos, you know that usually I tell you, if you start your freelancing gig as a web designer or web developer, you should always have your side projects so you can stay creative and you can keep on having fun, because sometimes you have client work and you really need to respect some of the guidelines, the deadlines, and sometimes your creative side just disappears. And that's really bad, because if it disappears, then you will do less quality work and then you will get less clients. So it's really crucial to have that creative side. So I thought, why would I not apply this to YouTube? Because I have this channel that I really want to grow, and I know I need to go through some of these steps to grow the channel. And if in the process I can help people, then it's a win-win-win situation because yes, as I said, oftentimes I want to grow this channel. I would love to be full-time, but I want to create something that matters. And sometimes when I see in the comments that people tell me, thank you because you've really helped me to overcome something that I was struggling with, then it makes sense. Even if I didn't make any money on the video, you know, because this channel is still tiny, so I make almost no money from these videos. But when I read those comments and I realize, okay, this work, this video that I did really made a difference for one person, then it's really great. You know, that's what I'm looking for. And of course, I want to reach more people. But now I also want to apply this principle to YouTube. I want to have a channel where I can just have fun, create whatever I want, and I can just, you know, really push my creative side. I can really do something that I want to do, caring less about the process that I just talked about. I just want to create videos. I just want to have fun. I just want to be able to be completely creative, not having to specifically do just one type of videos. Now, I don't know where that's going to take me, but I had an idea. I think I was in the shower and then I had this idea and I thought, man, that's making me laugh. And the funny thing is that even if I was the only one laughing about it, it would still make sense. Now, this is not the idea of the century. It's just a simple idea. I wanted to talk about one topic because starting this channel and learning about all the struggles to create a channel or to basically to grow on social media when you're starting from scratch, it taught me a few things. Now, I still have a tiny channel, but I believe that going from 0 to 1K subscribers, then to 2K, gave me a tiny bit of experience that I might be able to share. But the thing is, in that industry, most of the people, they talk about the same things, and I understand why. It's because actually growing on YouTube, even though I said it's hard, but the plan is quite easy. It's just applying the plan that's hard. Most of the people talking about that topic, they go in one direction. And the idea I had is to go a completely different direction. So that was my idea because going into a completely different direction really opened up the doors for me to create really crazy content that I wanted to create. I can go in a lot of different directions because the concept I have is different from what everybody else is doing. Now, maybe it's gonna flop, but I don't really care because that channel is gonna be my side creative channel. And if you're a YouTube creator also, I strongly encourage you to do the same thing, to have maybe your main channel where you have a goal, maybe you wanna make a living out of it. And then also have a channel that's gonna be really creative where you're really going to enjoy your time. And then when you have all that energy, creative energy in you from that side channel, then you can bring back all that energy into your main channel. Now, if I've ever brought any value to you, maybe it was in a tutorial, maybe it was in the comments, I don't know. If I ever brought any value to you, there's one thing that you could do and that would really help me. I'm not going to ask you for any money. All I'm asking you to do is go watch the video, the first video on the new channel. I'm also going to put the link to the channel itself because depending on when you watch this video, there should be more than one videos anyway. One thing you can do is go watch maybe a video, maybe a couple of videos. And if you think there's something you would enjoy, it would really help me and it would really support me if you could subscribe to that channel. But also if you could actually share the URL of that channel and share one of the videos to any of your friends that maybe they want to start a YouTube channel, or maybe they already have a YouTube channel. They're struggling, they're really small, but they're not growing. Or maybe, a famous YouTuber that's maybe had enough because he's stuck into one type of content and he really wants to be free again. So as I said, I'm not going to say more. Go and watch the video because otherwise I'm going to spoil it all. Make sure you watch the video to the end. I really hope you're going to enjoy it, and I really appreciate your support. I appreciate your support on this channel each and every time you watch a video, when you comment. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it, because most of the time I'm doing the talking, I haven't done any lives yet. I would like to start doing some lives also. I want to talk to you. So I really appreciate the support that you give me, because each of you matters and each view matters. So thank you. I'll see you in the next video. You know what to do. I've put the links in the description below. See you there on the other channel, but also see you here for the next video.